All right, you want to go to Wasilla Lake? Try to?
Yeah. Let's try to do it. Go across the other side or something. Mosey that way.
All right.
Weird. Huh. Strange. Her motor out. Huh. Why? Let's try to restart it on the ground here. See what happens. Weird. Huh. That's super strange. Have to pull it over to the drawing board, I guess. Weird. Weird, weird, boys. Starts right up and dies. What would that be? Huh. Well then, she's not running proper. We're gonna have to figure out what's going on. So over to the drawing board we go. Get all bundled up, make her walk back over here. Got his takeoff.
Yeah. Okay. She ain't running right. I figured it out. Could be fuel filter. I just put a brand new plug in it. So John's up there having a good old time. I'm grounded. He doesn't know. Okay then, shut off one camera. And get this thing off my back. Figure it out. On the rack. Caught my speed bar.
At this point, I didn't even think that it could have been fuel because I had over half a tank and I'd only been in the air for about 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah, shouldn't have changed his spark plug. Let me get my gear off. Lost our prime for some odd. What in the world? We lost all of our fuel. Where the heck did it all go? That's insane. No way I burnt a half a tank that quick. Absolutely no freaking way. You see that, guys? That's crazy. I got a fuel leak or something. Huh. Well, that's easy diagnosis anyway, as far as that goes. Out of fuel. But there's no way. I mean, the camera GoPro's only been on for 26 minutes. I know I got more of a flight time than that. where is my fuel leaking? I don't see where it would be leaking. It's another crazy part. That is absolutely wild. Huh. The amount of fuel. Might have to use some of John's. I don't like using other people's fuel normally, but that is just bizarre. That's so crazy. Oh. What time is it? The airport closes at 7. It's almost 6 o'clock now. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it back to get some gas. I thought I want to figure out where the heck this thing's leaking from. I think I got a little bit here maybe. Not enough to really do anything. Well, I think I might be out of commission, guys, for the night. Because I know John's got gas, but he's probably to Wasilla Lake by now. Well, the good thing is I could have been over by Wasilla Lake when this happened and had to land up by the lake, on the lake. So, I'm very fortunate that whatever caused my gas to drain down did it right here where I was able to land. I would have been like to land a little bit closer to the car, but John was right in my way when I was coming in, so that's why I couldn't land closer to the car. I didn't want to land in the snow over there, really. So that's unfortunate. I think I might see the cause of what's leaking, maybe, possibly. This little thing right here. May have possibly been leaking. Not sure. Wish I had some more fuel to put in there so I could see, but I don't. Alright, I'm gonna turn this camera off, guys, until he comes back, and I'll try to get his landing. Yeah, look how much fuel he has left still. That's crazy. Huh.
What happened to me, you asked? Huh? What happened to me, you asked? Yeah. Oh, yeah? I kept looking for it. I looked at the map for it, but no, I was looking at the out the engine then? I don't think so. It starts up. It started right up. And then it died. And I'm like, what the heck? It keeps starting every time I go to start it and it gives it some gas and it died. I did something I never did before just then. I used these, what they call competition toggles on my brakes. And then 4 inches of brake there. And wow. Player's nice, man. Never done it before.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, man. I only got 26 minutes to go from. No way I burned half a tank. You did not burn that fuel. I actually had over half. You had close to 2/3 of tank of fuel and 3/4, brother. How did you take it out? You had to leak. Yeah. Man. I didn't have any more gas to put in it. I was going to put some gas in the fire block. Going on. That's something up there. Ice.
Yeah, that was a little bummed. I couldn't believe that.
Well, I was kind of happy at one point. I'm like, oh man, there's fuel pump, carburetor. As soon as that fuel, it was kind of like, okay. Well, I'm way slower than you, you know, and so I'm looking around the sky for you. I don't see. Wow. Man, what gives?
Totally dry.
Huh. That's wild, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, let me throw this. I got some more gas. You gotta, let's see if we can figure out what the deal is.
Yeah, that's
Put
wild.
some gas in. Let's see if we see where it's leaking.
All right. Look it up. I was hoping you were going to come back around so I could put gas in it and try to figure it out.
Man, you don't have to ask permission to. You don't have to ask
Well,
permission to get
I
my
didn't know
gas.
if your car was locked or what. I didn't.
Uh-uh.
No, yeah.
Pour it in there. Put it all in there.
My gas cap wasn't on all the way. No, it felt pretty tight. I thought maybe it could have been leaking from this thing, maybe. They closed this runway at 6:30 or 7.
What?
Yeah.
Close the runway, huh?
Or they closed the gate anyway.
Good thing we're using the taxiway, not the runway.
I mean, they closed the gate on us, yeah. On this side, we just stick this little thing in there too.
You want to? Pump it.
That way it don't splash all over the harness there anyway. Blue fuel, huh?
It's leaking. Stop.
Right up.
God, it's your tank, dude.
What the hell? Yeah, it is. There's a hole right in the tank. It's cracked. Cracked out.
Dude, how'd that happen? Wow.
I have no. That sucks. I can't even believe that. Well, I'm glad I figured out what it was. That was easy to figure out. You want to move my speed bar a little bit so it doesn't get hooked on? Thank you. Well, then, that is absolutely wild. You guys seeing this? I got a crack in my tank. Not pouring out, didn't put that much in there, so. That is wild. I don't understand how that could happen.
I don't either. It's not like it hits anything. Wow.
Well then.
Yeah, I kept getting higher and looking and turning left, right, trying to find you, man.
I'm like, there's no way I used that much fuel in 26 minutes. It wasn't even 26 minutes. That was just when I turned the camera on. Hey Siri, call Frank Paramotor.
Calling Frank Paramotor. To place a call in this area, you must dial the area code and the phone number.
Oh.
For assistance.
Crack in the tank, boys. That ends this flying excursion. Game over. Game over. So, a follow-up video here. I'm driving through Wasilla on the way over to Frank's house to try to get another tank for this thing, hopefully. Sounds like he's got a couple over there at his house on hand, so hopefully he has the right one. And I'll be back in the air.
So he didn't end up having the right tank for me. I ended up taking it to CAC Plastics, and they plastic welded it back together. It was like $110. I think a new tank was like $150, and then I would have had to wait for shipping and all that, so just had them fix it.
Alright guys, back at Wasilla Airport today. We got the mini plane mobile fixed. Had a crack in a gas tank. The seam actually split out on it, the factory seam. I would show it to you, but it's probably too hard to see anyway. It was right on the bottom down there. I'll show you a picture up there in the corner of the screen, one of the corners there. So it was actually a little bit longer than that little crack you see there. It actually went another few inches. So anyway, we got a little bit of wind. It's kind of switching back and forth. So I'm not sure if it's swirling behind that mountain there range and coming back around either way. So I'm not sure. Right now it's being pretty consistent that way though, so that's good. So we're either gonna go fly over to Fairview Loop Airport or down towards Pittman here. One of the two ways. So yeah, anyway, we got 2 gallons of fuel, more fuel than I normally fly with. Shorten the speed bar a little bit, so I should get more speed bar out of that. We'll see where that's setting. And I'd like to just give a shout out to Wasilla Airport here for being so friendly to the local ultralight pilots. They're real welcoming here, real welcoming airport, so try to respect that, stay out of all the airplane traffic and whatnot. So anyway, shout out to Danielle, she's the airport manager here. She does a good job of running the place around here. Anyway, right on guys, we'll catch you when we get back in the air here.
So I was having quite a few problems this day. I was trying to hook my speed bar up, but it ended up being wrapped around something on my harness. And so I had to fight with that to get it all undone. So I got it all straightened out, and now I'm going to attempt to start the motor, and of course it's not going to want to start because it's been sitting for so long. So that was pretty frustrating. I usually don't get upset. But this day I was starting to get a little upset here. Seemed like everything was not going right for me this day. So anyway, I'm going to take the motor off, and I got to hand choke it to get the thing to start. So you'll see that here in a minute. So that's one thing I don't like about these motors is, at least this one in particular, there is no choke on it. You have to put your hand over the airbox to choke it. I've seen another model that actually had a choke lever on the frame you could pull, and I think that's what they need to do with this. So when you're in a situation, as I was just in, I don't have to take the thing all the way off my back to get the thing to start. It's really frustrating and time consuming. If I had electric start, it may have made up for not having the choke, be able to get the engine to crank up faster. So it just keeps getting even better. So now by the time I get all clipped into the harness and all that, the wind's starting to pick up, so I get clipped in for reverse. And after I do that, the wind dies right off to nothing. I was pretty frustrated at this point. So then I end up trying to flip around for a forwards after I struggle trying to get it up in reverse. I realize it's not going to happen, and I have to relay out the wing for forwards, and I throw my lines over my cage. It ends up getting wrapped behind me, and oh yeah, it was just all sorts of fun. So John ended up landing and helping me out, and yeah, my takeoff didn't go like I wanted it to. I was so frustrated and so upset. I just wanted to get in the air and get off the ground, and I should have probably taken my time a little bit better on my launch. Like I say, I was so frustrated and angry and upset at this point about how everything had been going. So yeah, you see my takeoff didn't go like all my other ones normally do. I was hoping if I waited a minute here that the wind would come back through like it was, and I'd be able to get the wing up and take off. Had a little tiny bit of a breeze here. At this point I was just hoping to get the wing to open up so I could flip around for a forward launch, but it didn't happen. By the way, you should never drag your wing across the ground. Don't repeat that. So here's the part where I'm trying to throw my lines over my cage for a forward launch. And lo and behold, one of them gets caught up behind my harness somewhere. Luckily, John had seen what was going on and he came down and landed and gave me a hand. Appreciate that. Thanks, John. A couple times in the past, I've been lucky and been able to throw my lines over my cage to get set up for a forward like that. But I had my speed bar connected up and all that and my gloves on, so I was hoping that was going to work. I should have just disconnected and rehooked back up. Would have been the thing to do. So I had quite a bit more fuel than what I normally launch with as well. I was hoping to get off before the snow and almost did. So here comes the terrible takeoff. Like I say, I was frustrated and I did not want to blow this launch.
Still? Yeah, I left it on, yeah. Got all my ranting and raving on video. We got a big crosswind too. Woo! I think he's frustrated.
So yeah, guys, right on. I hope you enjoyed the video. I didn't really have a good ending for it because my GoPros both died. Anyway, there's a little video showing that not every flight goes perfect. So I figured I'd leave some of that in there for you guys, so you could see some of the stuff that we have to go through. Doesn't happen very often, but there is the occasional day that it happens. So anyway, I hope you guys like the flight content, and thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Till next time, fly safe.